5 doors down from Oprah Winfrey?
I do.
Is she one of your celebrity clients?
I roll down the window when I drive past her house and say, hey.
Hey!
Hey, girl.
Oh, I need to do that drive with you.
Go ahead.
Well, I've heard the common word of skeptic amongst all of you at one time. What I'd like to hear is, and I think Stephanie mentioned it a bit about books falling out at you, and okay, I'll pay attention. Maybe a quick version of how you knew it was Archangel Michael or whatever angel that you are channeling. How did you know that that was them? And how is that in relation to our higher self that we can tap into? And then the second question is, where do you see our world going today?
Good question.
Excellent question.
Who wants to,
I can take it.
who wants to take it?
Unless you
Oh,
want.
he
No,
put
you
his
go.
hand up. He
Yeah,
put
I
his
put-
hand
I-
up.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
volunteered for that one.
got
That
tips.
is probably one of the most relevant questions I've heard in a long time, because it can sometimes be so vague and obscure, when we talk about angels and talk about being guided by angelic energy. The philosophy is that when we come into each lifetime, we choose a path. We choose a path according to the lessons that our soul is pretty much on assignment to learn, according to what we've been through in past lifetimes. But what's not often preached to us is that we also choose happiness when we come into this lifetime. So the answer to your question about distinguishing between the angelic messages and our higher selves is they're actually kind of one and the same. And I'll go further to answer this. But what the angels do is they connect us to our higher selves. The angels don't really come into our lives with new ideas. They can help us with logistics, getting to the main points of why we came into this lifetime, but they're not steering us. I mean, the angels essentially are the voice of heaven. I mean, you look at even traditionally biblical texts. If you look at what the popes have said throughout history, it's all talking that angel actually translates to the word messenger, and they're the messengers of heaven, the source of life, and the ultimate director of where we're going. Now, when you're working with angels, there's a definitive vibration to their energy. There's a feeling that's associated with it. There's also a consistency to the messages that is a really good way to differentiate, especially between some of our lower ego-based messages. Like, for example, you're in a job, you don't like your job, and you're getting this urge, I should just quit now. I feel like I should just quit now. I don't really have any answers as to where I'm going, but I just keep getting this feeling. Well, the way that I teach is that, and I'm sure a lot of people teach similar because we all have the same boss, is that if you don't really trust a message yet, don't listen to it. Wait for the consistency. Wait for that point where you realize you can't ignore that message anymore. That's the divine timing. The lower messages, our ego-based messages, they'll change with time. They'll say, well, maybe you don't need to quit your job now, 6 months or something like that. Whereas the angels tend to be less forgiving. They say, okay, it's time to get on your path. It's time to make this change now and just do it. And you can only ignore it for so long. And so for me, my personal experience was that I took the opportunity in one of my mother's classes to go through this initiation to invite angels to work in my life, and then I just totally forgot about it. And then they started working in my life, and I started ignoring it. I was going to medical school. My original intention was to be a doctor. We share something that I was born with debilitating shyness. If you would have asked me for most of my life, there was no way I was capable of forming a cognitive sentence in this setting or even something remotely like it. So I was convinced of that. But the angels and my mother told me, you're going to teach someday, you're going to teach someday. I kept ignoring it, and next thing you know, I'm out of school and I've got a class scheduled in Germany. I don't even remember how that transition happened. But it was because I invited the angels to come into my life. We have God-given free will, and they realigned me with my sole purpose, which is to do this.
Well, I can certainly second that. The angels, when they want your attention on something, they can certainly get your attention. And just so happened it was about a job, just what Charles was saying. And I was working in a job that it was just drudgery, just getting up every day and pushing myself. And came home after a very long day at work, and I stopped at our little bakery that's in a small group of shops just down from where I live. And as I was walking to my car, I looked back, and along the brick wall that runs beside the bakery, someone had graffitied, "Simon says, quit your job." And I thought, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Look at that. Yeah. Went home, thought nothing about it. 2 days later, I'm going to work again. Oh, God. Come on, Ange. Let's go. Was going past this new house that was being built, and they had a temporary fence around the house. What's written on the fence? Simon says, quit your job. I'm going, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to get my iPhone. I'm going to take a picture of this, which I did. Went home that night and thought, gee, that's funny. It's, a repeat of this. I wonder if, they're telling me to do something. I thought, oh, look, I'm just, I dismissed it. Oh, this is coincidence. This is just a Simon graffiti artist, and, off he goes. And then 2 days later again, I was on my way to work and I stopped at the intersection. Written in fluorescent orange paint in capital letters, Simon says, quit your job. I thought, right, that's it. 3 times a charm, I'm going to quit my job. And then it started, Are you crazy? You're going to quit your job? Yes, I'm going to quit my job. No, you're not going to quit your job. You've got all these bills to pay. What are you going to do? I don't know. I'm going to follow my purpose. I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to follow my purpose. So I walked into the office and I said to my boss, I'm quitting my job. I wish to God, when he had said, why are you quitting? I wish I had said, because Simon said, quit your job. And he put it on 3 different things to get my attention, But yeah, so I did follow with that, and that's why I'm here today on our fantastic radio show and following my bliss and my passion and speaking about angels. So when they want your attention, they'll get it. They'll definitely get it.
This little angel would like to just get the attention that we haven't heard from EJ.
Yeah.
And Eunjung needs to share
Oh.
a little bit about what she does.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll take more
Share your
questions.
song, EJ. Oh, okay. Hello. Hi. I am so happy and feel honored to be here with this wonderful, amazing, heart-opened souls and with everyone here. I'm originally from South Korea, and I came to the States in 1991 to study interpretation between English and Korean. And I was studying the language interpretation, and I didn't know that they or my higher self had different plan. So I really was I was led to study energy work, and then I took actually Doreen Virtue's course in 2006. And things started to open up. And my thing is, I'm not a skeptic at all. I believe in anything. If you bring in something, and if you drink this, you're gonna live for 50 years longer, or whatever. You can sell anything to me.
It's actually true.
Oh, yeah, is it? Oh, good. So I was stopped, when I'm walking down the street and people stop me and, do you want to see this and this, will help you or whatever. And, I feel like, I want to help them too, whatever they're selling. So, okay. And then I buy things, and I learn later that's not, what was really, it was not true. But anyway, it helped me because I easily believe in anything. And since I was little, I would see many, many beautiful images, and I would see really angels and fairies in my dream, and unicorns come, and I had a really fantastic imaginary world. I didn't really open with, my friends or my parents openly, because it was my little secret. So it was easy for me to just really embrace this world of just magic and grace and love. But I also had some, challenging events in my lifetime, and they were saying that angels really, they would do things in a repeated way to get your attention. I was in a very difficult relationship. Actually, it was a very abusive relationship, and I wanted to leave, and I was in a complete fear. I didn't know how I'm going to get out of that relationship. It was getting really dangerous, and I felt that my life actually was in danger, and I didn't know what to do. And one day, I got a voice that you need to call him and then say, you need to stop calling me and I'm going to report you to the police or something like that. But I was so afraid if I said it, he's going to come and really kill me. So I wasn't able to say it, but I got the same message 3 times. I was saying, it was heard the same voice. You need to call him, and they even gave me the time, at 3:33. You are going to call him and then say this. So I just really just trusted, and I did it. And he was in complete shock that I was able to say those things, and things really started to shift. And I was really learned to be in my own power. So that was, I knew that it was later. I knew that it was Archangel Michael. For me, it's easier to recognize Archangel Michael's, and because he comes in so strongly, and he really is there to protect you from dangerous situations when you get out of alignment for your own good, or when you're in a dangerous situation. He really comes in and help. So my lesson is to really learn the discernment, because I easily trust everyone and everything, and yeah, that sounds really good. Oh, he's so nice. Oh, she's wonderful. And I learned through some lessons that when you think that you are getting a guide, the guidance, it's important also to use the discernment. And usually the messages from the higher frequencies, angels and your guides and your higher self, it's not the energy that forces you to do something. It's very gentle, and sometimes it can be a little forceful when you are in dangerous situation, like the messages that I got from Archangel Michael. But and also, like Jenny said, whether you feel the resonance in your heart. So once you know more about yourself, and when you be totally true in your heart and get rid of the fears, and really ask yourself, how does it feel in my heart? How does it feel in my stomach? And so the learning the discernment, I think it's really, it was a very big piece for me. And everyone has different methods of, using this discernment, right? I'm sure everybody has different experiences here. So since that, I'm doing a lot of sharing my stories, and teaching people how to connect to their own inner guidance. And also, for me, my big passion is really open up our world into these magical realms, the angels and fairies and unicorns, and also one more thing that I want to mention is the angels are not higher than us. There is no hierarchy. We are just existing in a different vibration, different frequencies, but we are here exactly where we need to be. And it's not about they are higher, we are lower, we have to follow them because they are higher. It's not like that. We are all coexisting together to create this amazing multiple dimensional and the world together. But we are helping angels too. We are helping them to live their purpose too when we listen and when we help each other. So that's what I want to share, that you are all, in your own way, you are the earth angels. You are doing amazing jobs. And so thank you.
Yeah, the co-creation, I think, is what you
Yes.
mean, yeah, which is important.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.